Thank you for watching this Dear Systems tutorial. In this video, we'll take a look at the dropshipping functionality. Dropshipping occurs when you make sales for inventory that you don't stock yourself. Instead, a purchase order will be issued to your supplier, who will then fulfill the order to your customer on your behalf. To use the dropshipping functionality, you must first set up inventory to be dropshipped. Let's take a look at how to do this first. Navigate to your inventory module and either create a new product or search for an existing product. Once you've selected a product, take a look at the Dropship drop-down field found in the header. Products can be set to either never dropship, always dropship, or optionally dropship. In this case, we're going to choose optional dropship. When optional dropship is selected, when you're creating a new sale, you'll be given the option to fulfill the order yourself if needed. You'll then need to navigate to the left and select the Suppliers tab. For the dropship to function, you need to select suppliers for this item and designate which is capable of dropshipping. Add a supplier to the list and you can optionally enter the supplier SKU, product name, and product URL if applicable. You must select dropship for a supplier, otherwise if you have multiple suppliers attached to an item, Dear Inventory will not know which to assign the purchase order to. Once this is done, you can save the product. Now we have a product with dropshipping enabled, let's quickly add it to a sales order. Navigate to the sales module and select a new sale. As usual, enter in all your customers' details and ensure that the shipping address is up to date. Now we'll skip the quote to save some time and enter our dropship item. As you can see, an additional column has been added for dropship. Because we selected optional dropship for this product, we have the option to leave it blank and sell this item from our inventory, or click dropship and have the supplier fulfill it on our behalf. If instead we selected always dropship, this box would be ticked by default and we wouldn't be able to change it. You can now authorize the sales order. This will automatically generate a new purchase order task displayed in the bottom right. You can follow the link here to the purchase order task. You can also see that the pick, pack, and ship functionalities have been disabled, as these will be fulfilled by the supplier. It's important to note that the associated dropshipment PO is also linked in the sales orders log. You can of course process your invoice for this sale, which I'll skip for now. Instead, we'll take a look at the purchase order that's just been generated. You can either open the link that appeared in the bottom right of the screen, use the link in the PO's Sales Logs and Attributes tab, or find the purchase order manually in your purchase order list screen. On the purchase order screen, you can see all the details for the supplier that was assigned to this item. You can also see that the customer's address has been pre-populated into the shipping address field, as well as the comments identifying this is a drop shipment for this sales order. You can view the contents of the order, making sure that the quantity, price, and tax rules are correct. You can also add any additional costs from the supplier as needed. When done, authorize the order. As you may have noticed already, there is no stock receiving stage for this order, as it will not be receiving stock into your inventory. Instead, it's going directly to your client. However, you can process a supplier invoice as usual. Note that for drop-shipped products, cost of goods sold transactions are generated as soon as the purchase invoice is authorized. Purchase order authorization will not generate COGS transactions for the dropship products. The purchase invoice will also be used for the COGS date. Note that if the purchase invoice was not yet authorized, the COGS will show as 0 even if the stock has been received by the customer. And that concludes this video on dropshipping functionality.